first chapter, yoga, ninth standard for ninth standard, right? Like we all speak about yoga. What is yoga? Okay, yoga is a very well-known word which is accepted by the whole universe. You can say, huh? It's been spread through newspapers, televisions, and of course in schools. Everybody does it, right? So yoga is an excellent gift presented to us by the world ancient Indians, right? It is an event, even like a new science. Yoga is much more useful in the present times than it was during the ancient times. Why ancient time? Because ancient times they never had this media like news and TV channels and all. That's why. Now it is because it's approachable for every single person as news channels are available, and in fact activities are there on TV channels how they teach how to do yoga, right? So in this, it's been recognized uh, by the United Nations organizations. That's the UNO has declared that 21st June is an International Yoga Day. So what is the International Yoga Day? 21st June, right? Let's talk about some literature. These descriptions of yoga in many volumes of the old ancient literature like Vedas and Upanishads. In fact, we can see six darshan systems of philosophy in the traditional Vedas. By compiling of all these excellent natural thoughts, Maharishi Patanjali has written a great volume of Yoga Sutra. So, what is the thing? Maharishi Patanjali is the Maharishi who introduced yoga by book so that it could reach people in many diversities. The different terminology and meaning of yoga. The form of yoga is so vast that it is difficult to bind in any single definition. The word yoga is derived from the root yug. In Sanskrit, it means to join. Yoga is joined the soul Atma with the worldly great soul. That's Paramatma. Swami Vivekananda has said, every individual has the potential to attain divine powers. So, Swami Vivekananda said that if everybody forms yoga, right, performs yoga, practices yoga, there is a time when they will be able to join their Atmas with the Paramatma. Paramatma is God, right? Now, different approach of yoga. In our volume, the word yoga has been used differently. The original meaning of yoga is to attain unity with the great soul Paramatma. Like I explained earlier, there are different approaches to attain unity, and their names are according to the approaches. To attain unity through worship means Bhakti Yoga. This world is manifested from of God. According to efforts to attain unity through services of the world is Karmatma. यानी कि कुछ काम करके योगदान पाना, get value. Effort to attain unity through the path of knowledge by greater understanding of the universe and its creator by intellectual meaning, that is Gyan Yoga. Then effort to attain unity by control body, that's Pran, and mind means Raj Yoga. The same is called Patanjali Yoga or simply Yoga. So what is Raj Yoga? That's to attain the control of the body, that's the Pran, and the mind. Pran means body, and the full body and mind together as one. That is Raj Yoga, also called Patanjali Yoga or simply Yoga. So kids understand this. These are the nowadays thing what we follow. That's one is Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Gyan Yoga, and Raj Yoga. Okay. Very first thing, obviously, you have to understand by going through pray, you can attain the closeness with the Paramatma, that's God, and the this thing powers of nature. Second is Karma Yoga, that is not sharing. I will not say sharing, but helping one another through hard times, being there for somebody during hard times. That's Karma Yoga, right? Second is Gyan Yoga. That is knowledge. Sharing knowledge is very important. If I have some knowledge and I have to share it, see that the knowledge is useful for the other person who you're going to share it with. There's no point in sharing something to somebody which is not going to be of any use with that person. And of course, Raj Yoga is for oneself, that is bringing the soul and the body together and making it one. That's the mind and the body as one. Clear? So I hope this you have understood this lesson.